Okay, we started the recording now. So in the previous session, we have seen bitwise operator. Okay, so let me share the screen. So do you have my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so see, we are going to see assignment operators. Okay, so the next topic is assignment operator. So let me send it to you. Okay, let me open up this first. We'll provide here some comments. Okay, so assignment operators, it is used, to assign the values. Okay, so there are two ways you can do that. Okay, it's first thing is you need to assign the values when it's no matter that whether the variable's value is null or not. Okay, sometimes what happens is that sometimes variable has this value. Okay, so let's say here variable, we have variable a and b. Okay, and we keep values in it. A is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. Is screen shared?
Yes.
Okay. Please mute your microphone and village. Okay. So now in this case, you have to create one more variable. Okay. So let's say we can define these variables as integer. Okay. And we assign the value then variable. Okay. C is equal to, we say, A into B. Okay. So here, so the variable C has value. Okay. Now, all right. Variable C has value. So let's say you want to assign some different values to it now. Okay. Now see, this C, the value it is, the before value. Okay. C had before some value like 200. Okay. Now you are going to override this value with 20. Okay. So this should not happen. Some variables should not be modified. Once it is initialized, they should not be modified. Okay, that means we have to check here whether, you know, is it like, C, is it 0, okay, or null, okay? So you can say it's null first, okay? So what you can do is you can do two questions marks, okay? So if you do two questions marks, okay, so it's going to assign the values, okay? And let's say if you have, you know, let's say here I put two question marks. So it's like, is it null? C. Okay. C, is it null? So it says no, no, C is not null. Why? Because it has like A into B in it. Okay. It has some value stored in it. So it's not empty. Only when, okay, only when the value 20 is stored, okay, this is null. Okay, that it doesn't have any value. Okay, let's say it's like this. Okay. You got it? So what do we do? We do a program here, integer A is equal to 5, integer B is equal to 10, then var C is equal to A into B. Then we want to modify this value, no? So we say, like I want to put 12 in it. Okay. So this is like it's going to check whether the C does it like have null value or non-null value. Okay. So it's going to non-assignable expression. See, you cannot assign this. Why? Why you cannot assign? Because it's already not null. So now if I do here print C, okay, then you can find it here the value of C. So let me just put all these incoming the theory part and let's run this. See, try removing the operator and the write out. See, it's saying that cannot have this, it's throwing an error, expect it to find, you know, operand cannot be null. Alright. So that's why you need to get rid of this. Okay. Here we have to put semicolon first. Okay. We forgotten that. We do print C. Okay. And after this, we will try to modify. Okay. So what value we can put? So the right opponent never exists. So this is not null. Okay. That's why this value never goes in C. It's just a warning. Let's run this. Here we put some. So here, we are putting some value in it. Okay. Then we try to modify C, but we are checking whether is it null first. Okay. Is it null? It's not null. So that's why this value is not stored. Okay. See, that's why you see both times one. If you remove this no question mark, now you will see updated value of C. Okay. So question mark means it will first check is it null C. If it's null, then only it will assign the value. Okay. Like C doesn't have value before. Okay. So we can say here it will check if variable is null. If so, then it will store the value in the variable. Let's say you want to check if D is not null. Okay, how do you check? It's a D, okay, like this. So if it's not null, then you can store value 10 inside D. Assuming the variable D is just created and it doesn't have value. Okay, and next time you again try to put some value in it like 20, it shouldn't take this value. Okay, so when you print this D, okay, in this case it's going to print only 10, not 20. Why? Because this never executed. Okay, why? Because D is not null here. Okay, value is assigned in this case only when the D is null. Okay, so let me share this program to you. Are you following? Yes, Nilesh.
Yes, yes, we get
So there
yes,
is
we
a
get the
okay. Do you have any questions?
no, no.
Okay. So now we'll see compound assignment operator. Okay. So we'll see it here, compound assignment operator. So what is compound assignment operator? It's like, let's say there is a variable, okay, x is equal to 10 is there, okay. I want to increment this value, okay, like by 10. So let's say this is 5, okay. I want to increment this x's value by 10. So what I can do, x is equal to x plus 10, okay. But this statement you can write it, this way also. This is compound assignment operator. You can say x plus equal to 10. So actually, the meaning of this is nothing but x equal to x plus 10. Okay, the meaning of this statement is x equal to, okay, then x plus 10. Okay, so it's written this way. You can, do many things here, like say you want to increment the x. Okay, let's say x equal to 0 is there. You want to increment this value by 1. So you can do x equal to x plus 1. But this can also be written, x plus equal to 1. Or you can write x plus plus also. Okay, you understand? This is compound.
Yeah.
You can test a program here. Okay, so let's test the program.
X is equal to 0.
See, let's test the program.
Okay.
We'll do some programming here. Okay, so here we will have integer x equal to 0, and then we will do here x is equal to x plus 1. This is one thing. Okay, and you can write this statement x so you can write it here x equal to, sorry, x plus equal to 1. So meaning is same. Okay, you understand? If the x's value is 5, then it should print 6. If we change it to 10, it will be 15. Okay, so it's like you have written here x equal to x plus 10. You can use this compound assignment operator when in the case the result variable and in the expression for the variable it is same. Okay, only in that case you can use compound assignment operator. Okay, so now logical and operator.
Yes.
Okay, okay, let me send this to you in the chat. So okay, let me do copy paste. So logical operators. Okay, so here we'll be seeing logical operators. So what are logical operators? The first is logical AND. Okay, so the first is logical AND. So logical AND is two ampersand signs. Okay, in this case, actually, both values should be true. It's like this is true and this is true. The result is true. Okay, the result is true. Okay, and let's say one of them is false. Let's say this is false. This is true.
Yes.
Result is false.
False.
Okay, and
True, false, false.
yes, true, false is false. So
False, false,
bottom line
false.
is, yeah, bottom line is all the values should be true. Okay, all the values should be true. Okay, so this is the table. When both are true, then the answer is true. And both are, one of them at least minimum. Okay, so one of them is false, the answer is false. Okay, so this is logical AND. So let's see an example. So we can, let's say we want to find a greater number between three numbers, okay? So we have, let's say x is there, okay, let's say x is 10, okay, then y is 20, z is 50. We want to find a greater number here, okay? So what we do, first we check is x greater y, and we have to check x with
X
y and
greater
x
Y.
with z, okay? So here what we are doing, we are checking x with y first, and then we are checking x with z. So if this is true, that means x is greater than y. And this is also true, that means x is greater than z. So x is basically greater than y and z, isn't it? So this is true, both are true, meaning, so the meaning is true, okay? So
Condition.
the result is true. So meaning that here x is, greater than y and z. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. So in this program, this you can write a program to find a greater number between x, y, and z. Okay. So let's start writing a program. So what we do is we cut this, put it in comment. Okay. Alright. And now we will have three variables basically, x, y, and z equal to 20. X will be 45. So what we can do here, we will use if x greater than y and x greater than z, we can say print x is greater. Okay, and in the else, you know, you can put one more condition in here. We can say y greater than x and, okay, y greater than z. So that means y is greater than both y, x and z. So in that case, we can say y is greater. Okay. And else, now x is not greater, y is not greater. But there is one more possibility, guys. Okay. So before you come to the conclusion z is greater, okay, there is one more condition is there. All the numbers can be same. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to put all these expressions inside, this x equal to y equal to z. Okay. We can use and. We can say x equal to z. So if this is true, means x and y and z are, you know, so look at here, I'll make a room in here, and this you can all put it in else. Okay. So I hope you understand this part. So first we are checking, okay, do you understand this code? First, let me ask you, what
Yes.
are we doing?
Yes. Yes.
We are first checking whether x, y, and z are equal.
Equal.
Okay, we say yes. If all are same, no, x is with y is same as z. Okay, x is same as z. So that means x is same as z. Okay, so we can say x, x, y, and z are equal. And in the else part, what is going to happen? It will check first x with y and z. Then in the else if we'll check, y with x and z. And if both are true, y is greater than x is y is greater than x is true, y is greater than z is true. True means it's true. Final result is true, and it goes inside this else if and prints y is greater. So let me delete this one.
X is greater.
Okay,
X.
let's run this. It says x is greater. Okay, let's make it smaller. Now I don't know which one is greater, so let's say z is greater. Let's make it 4 to 5. It should say y is greater. And when we put all numbers same, it should print x, y, and z are equal. Are you following? What is the use of logical AND?
Yes, yes, I
When we
got.
want to, check more than one conditions at the same time. So this is one
Yes.
condition, this is another condition. We want to check, together. And all the conditions should be true. Okay. So then only we can come to the conclusion that, okay, then if it's all true means this, okay. If this condition, if it's all true means this. So this is where we are checking actually nested if else, okay. So control statement is our next session. Basically, we are checking right now the application of logical and in that we are saying, we are checking, the if else. Also, we are checking nested if else, okay. So this is like else if ladder, and this is like nested if else, okay. So in the else we are writing one more if else, okay. This is nested if else, if, okay, and if else and nested if else, okay. All right. So let me share this to you, this logical and okay. How about we check next? Okay, then I'll send it to you all this code all at once. Okay, logical or what is logical or? Either condition is true. Okay,
Yes.
either condition. That means let's
True,
say
true,
true,
true, true,
true is true. Okay,
true,
so result is true.
true,
And true false
true.
is also true. Why? Because or says at least one is true.
Mhm.
Okay, then the answer result is true. Okay, minimum requirement is one at least has to be true. Any condition has to be true. Okay, and then false true is also true. Only the case it will be false when all conditions returning false. Okay, let's say first condition returns false, then next condition returns false. In that case, the result is false. Okay, so this is like logical or. Okay, so what is logical or? Yes.
Only false or false condition will be true. False. And
Okay, you can check it here. Okay, so let me
Mhm.
create a new program here for you. So let me comment this one first. We'll write a new program here. See, we are going to create one variable here. Okay, t and is equal to we say 10 greater than 5. Okay, this is true, right? And we say here 5 greater than 20. Okay, now tell me. Oh, and this is returning what? This is returning Boolean value.
true,
So, okay,
true.
you use bool variable here. Okay. So Boolean means it's D will have true or false value. Now see, this is true, right?
Yes.
But this is false. But this D variable has true value. Okay. So that proves, that at least one condition has to be true. Then only the result will be true. So here we bring D. So check it. See, it is printing true. Okay, in the case of logical AND, say it will print false because for logical AND we need both conditions returning true. So this is going to give us false. Okay, so logical or at least one condition has to be true. Okay, let's say here one more condition we give 3 greater than 9. And you know that these two are false, but it doesn't matter how many false statements conditions you have here. Doesn't matter. Because at least one condition is true, that means this is true. D is having value true. Okay. You got it? It's like, friends, it's like friends, five friends going to trip. Okay. Let's say our friend's name, we say, John is there. Okay. Then Nina is there. Then Sam is there. And then uh Mira is there. Okay. Now you see four friends are there. And John says, I'm not going to treat. So he is false already. Okay. He says, I'm not going. And Nina says, I'm going to the trip. Sam says, I'm not going to the trip. Mira says, I'm also not going to the trip. Does it mean the trip is cancelled with a logical or? Yes?
No. No.
No. Okay, let's say Boolean, John is false. Okay, John says, I'm out. Boolean, Nina is true. Okay, then Boolean, Sam says, I am also out. Okay, Boolean, Mira says, I'm also not going. False. Does it mean, let's say, if we say here John or Nina or okay, and Sam or and Mira. Okay, now you tell me what will be the output. So I will write it here. Three be successful. Okay, successfully planned. Three be successfully planned. Okay. Or three be successful only. Okay. And then else we say print trip cancel. Okay. Okay. What will be the output? See, John says I am out. So this is false. This is true. False, false. But this is logical or at least one is true means
Trip is
it's true. Okay. So entire expression is true.
trip
So
is
let's
successful.
okay. Let me put this code, sorry, in a main function. Okay. What does it say? See, it's saying that try removing the code or fix the code before it so that it can be received. This is saying John says I'm out, so this is false. Logical or what it does basically, when first condition is false, no, it looks for the very first condition which is true. So it finds that Nina is true. Then Nina says trip is okay. Nina says I am going to the trip. Then trip is planned. Okay. The manager is not going to ask for Sam and Mira. Why? Because at least one person, should say that I'm ready for the trip. Okay. Then it's not going to ask for Sam and Mira. No matter. Sam says yes or no. The trip is successful. Okay. It is planned. Trip is planned. Okay.
Yes.
You got it. So that's why it's saying that it's unreachable. That once any person, let's say, Nina says, I'm not going. Okay. Then it says, okay, now see, trip is cancelled. Okay. Trip is not planned because all are false. Okay. It says false. It says trip is cancelled. Okay. So what's printing true? This one. Okay. Let me comment this one. When let's say Mira says true. Okay. So the last person says true. So Mira says true. So these three are saying no, no, no. Mira says yes. Then trip is planned. Okay. So the requirement is here, at least one person should say yes. Okay. As soon as you find that person, you don't ask for the rest of the person. Let's say John only says, I am ready for the trip. True. When this condition is true, then no point here asking Nina, Sam, Mira. Okay. Because John says yes means trip is planned. Okay. You understand? Logical how? Yes, you understand logical OR.
Yes.
Okay. And what is not operator? Not is exactly opposite. Like say if it's a true, no, it will say it's false. If it's a false, no, it will say it's true. So let's check. It's a not. Not is like use exclamatory symbol when boolean. Let's say dx is there, and you say a greater than 10. Now what is this a greater than 10? Okay, it's A's value we have to decide here. A, let's say I'm giving A is 20. So it should print true, no? It should print true. So let's do that. Let's print here. Okay. It should say true. Okay. And in here,
X.
okay. So here what we do is, what we want to do here is true, false. Okay. So let's say not. Okay. If I do here not, okay, I put it in bracket now. Okay. You know that this is true. So now see it prints false. Why? Because you're saying you're doing
Operator.
inversion. If this is true,
Hmm.
no, then it does inverse of that. Okay.
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 Hmm.
So this is returning false here. Okay.
Yes.
So these are like logical operators. Okay. So let's say you want to print A and B true false directly here. Okay. Let's say, okay, let's write new code here. Okay. Because you want to try the code separately, it will be helpful to you. So what is the correct way of using logical and directly inside the print statement? Okay. So let's say uh, integer A is 10 and integer B is 20. Okay. And in this case, what I have to do is I want to print A and B. So this is wrong. Okay. You should not use the statement like this. If I run this, you'll get error. Okay. So this is incorrect way because value of type integer cannot be assigned to a variable of type boolean here. Okay. See, value of type integer cannot be assigned to variable of type boolean. So that's why you have to do, like use dollar and curly brackets. Okay. So you have to use here dollar curly brackets. Okay. And then you can print it. So let's say double quotations. Okay. And then you can use large. Oh, sorry. Here we have to make it boolean. Okay. So because we are using, so you can also take dynamic like variable. Okay. If you don't want to use, like later on you want to change the value of a and b. So here we can use like true false. We choose. Okay. So this is where you did make false. Okay. And now see, we run this one. It is false. Okay. Let's say before, if we had done this, okay, A and B. So what does it give you? Oh, it's giving you the value. Okay. So, but best way to print it, this way. Okay, if it's a integer, no integer way, you cannot do it. Here, in Dart, it is not assumed that other than 0 is true and okay, 0 is false. Okay, that is rolled out in this. Okay, so let me help you with that. See, that means here, let's say I give here integer a or x is 0. So you might in a C programming, this is considered as false. So let's say I take one more variable here, b is equal to or y is equal to 2. So here you cannot do like this, okay? Because this is in C program considered as false, this is considered as true, okay? So that is rolled out here, okay? So you cannot do this, all right? Okay,
Okay.
all right. So I put it in comment. You don't do this. This is not allowed. All right. So this is that's all, guys. Okay. So we have seen all the operators in the Dart. Okay. So see you in the next session. Keep practicing.
Sir,
Any
can you
copy?
share this whole code?
Yeah, I will
I will.
share it to you. Okay.